Good afternoon and welcome to Pickett, Wisconsin on this beautiful 12th of July 2025. I've got a nice engine to run for you today, and this is my recently acquired, probably several months ago at this point, OS 91FX engine. Now, I had one of these engines 5 or 6 years ago, and that's about how long it's been since I've run one of these engines. This is not a new engine. This was a Facebook Marketplace deal. This is just the first time I've gotten around to running it. And every other time I've run the 91FX on my channel, I always used a 14.6 prop. Well, I was looking at the review article on this, and today I'm running a Wood 13.8 because I don't have an APC 13.8. I had an APC 13.7, but I figured I'd just try an APC or a Wood 13.8. And it's a new prop, so it should be good to go. So I'm going to do that just to see what kind of RPM readings we can get. I believe the RPM listed in the review was like nearly 12,000 with this prop. The other thing I've got here is a Grapner 3-bladed prop. And this will probably be one of, if not the very first times you've ever seen me run a 3-bladed prop on this channel, because I typically don't run 3-bladed props at all. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what kind, because no review article shows RPM data for a 3-bladed prop. So this is a Grapner 12.8, and I believe this came on the Sato 120S 4-stroke engine that I got from another Facebook Marketplace deal. So this may be a lot. This may be way too much prop for this engine. I don't know. But I'm going to put it on there after this and see. I'm going to use this prop to get the engine tuned, see how it runs, and then I'll probably have to ream this thing out, put this on there, and just listen to see how it sounds. I mean, that's about all I can do. I've got, I can take tack readings, but nothing to compare them against. So I'll be able to tell by how happy the engine sounds turning this prop. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got a 13.8 prop. I've got a brand new, or it's not brand new, but it's a used, lightly used Enya number 3 plug, and I've got some 5% nitro fuel. So let's do this engine run. I have no idea how much runtime this engine has on it. It seemed like it was tacking out, it was maxing out as I had it set, and it sounded pretty good there. So now I'm going to swap props to this 3-bladed 12/8 prop and see how it sounds with that prop on it. Okay, Grafner 3-bladed 12/8 prop installed. No changes to the high-speed needle. Need to reprime since I ran the fuel out. Engine has not had a chance to cool down yet. It's still rather warm. And I have my tack set to 3-bladed operation too. There is no throttle stop set screw on this, so I have to try to figure out the idle each time I power down. Okay, so that was really cool, and in reality I have another 3-bladed prop that I'm going to throw on here. It's an Evolution prop, and I'll show a picture of it. I'm going to put it on, but I think it's the exact same diameter, and it could be the same pitch, but it doesn't have any mention of on the prop of what it is. It's one of those props that came with, I think, an Evolution 61 engine and a combo package. So I'm going to throw that on and see if we get the same RPM readings with it, because this engine seemed incredibly happy with this prop. Okay, so here's the prop I'm going to put on here. Evolution, flat blade, not sure what pitch it is, but it looks like it's a 12-inch diameter. So I'm going to put that on here now. Okay, Evolution, 3-bladed, unknown pitch, unknown diameter. I think it's a 12-inch diameter, unknown pitch. Looks like the same though. Let me prime it again here. And we are hitting well over 10,000 RPM with the last prop, the Grafner. So let's see what we do with this one. Holy crap! Those three-bladed props are incredible. I can't believe that in all the years I've been running engines, I've never played with three-bladed props more than this, because that was fun. I mean, wow. That was just incredible. I'm so glad that I have these two three-bladed props, and I think I even have a third one. I think it's just a little bit smaller. But wow! Did it turn this engine, it woke this engine up. So I don't think that this engine is fully broken in, and this is a ringed engine, and I was running it pretty hard, and the reason I think that it's not fully broken in is because it was not maintaining the same high RPM throughout all of these runs. It would start out being at this level, and then it would kind of just drop down a little bit, because with this prop it was peaking well over 11,000 RPM, and then near the end of that particular run, maybe it was just getting too hot, maybe it's just not broken in, but it was not reaching 11,000. But man, that's impressive. These three-bladed props are really, really cool. In fact, I'm going to be looking for more engines, see how many more engines I have of the appropriate size range for these, because this is really fun. That was cool as hell. I really like that. And of course, I love the OS 91 FX engine anyway. It's just a smoking easy sweetheart of an engine to run, and it has this weird thing where you bring it down to and it doesn't have a throttle stop screw, so I can't just bring it down and say, oh, start idling there. I have to slowly bring it down so I don't kill it, and then it gets into this range where it starts going blah, 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 and does this really strange thing, and then it settles down into its idle. I think that's a characteristic of these engines, but man, this was really, really gratifying, and this engine really seems to like this engine number 3 plug, that 5% fuel, three-bladed props. Like I said, now I need to go and try and see what other engines I've got that would be suitable for these. I don't know how many. I've got a Super Tiger 90 engine that I can run, and like I said, the Gropter one came on a Sato 120. So there you go. I've got an Enya 120. I've got several larger 4-stroke engines that might be suitable for these to try with them also, but I almost think that maybe a 2-stroke is better for a 4-stroke, or better than for the three-bladed prop. But I mean, I was standing behind this and I could really feel the prop blast, and it felt to me like that thing would have easily pulled a 12-pound airplane vertical, possibly. I don't know. All I know is it felt different. The prop blast definitely felt different with 3 blades over 2. But anyway, enough of that. Nothing but smiles here. That was great fun and a couple of great runs.